Hey everyone, I am here to show you the two of the featured readings that I'm featuring on my Etsy shop for the month of October. One of them is an older reading that is going to be on sale for the month, and one is a brand new reading. So this here is the past life reading spread. It has been on my Etsy shop for I think about a year now, maybe a little longer, but it is going to be on sale for the month of October. It's usually $40 Canadian, and for the month of October it's going to be $30 Canadian. So it's a great time if you've wanted a past life reading. This is a great time to get it. I find October is a really great time to do readings on things like past lives, karmic lessons, shadow work, that kind of thing, because the veils are thinner, at least here in the northern hemisphere. You know, it's fall, it's October, it's getting darker, we're going inward more, the veils are getting thinner as we move towards Samhain, so it's a great time to kind of look at those particular issues. So I'm going to go through this spread, and for those of you that, you know, might want to do it for yourself, that's great, go ahead and do it. I'd love to know what kind of results you get. I'd love to know if you enjoyed this spread. And for those of you that maybe want one of your own, you can of course always click on the SD link. So let's go through. I'm not going to turn the cards over, but I am going to just, you know, kind of go through what each card represents, or which each position, pardon me, represents, so that you get a sense of, you know, if you want to do the reading for yourself. So I have here two past life reading cards. This is from the Past Life Oracle, because I find that these two cards will often give extra information, extra themes, maybe place, time, career. It'll give a couple of themes that are going on in the particular past life that we're reading about. And when I do past life readings, what I ask for is that the most relevant past life come up. Sometimes people will feel that they have an issue that really doesn't have a root they can find in this present life, but they think that a past life may be affecting this. So I always ask for which past life is the one that's affecting it to come up, so that we know kind of the karmic lessons that are coming through. So this card here, these three cards here are really about the circumstances around the birth of the particular past life. So this position here represents the mother. So who your mother was, maybe the circumstances around her life that may have influenced you, circumstances around your birth. And this one is the father. So again, you know, maybe what his status was, you know, what kind of influence he had, what kind of relationship he might have had with you. And then this one in the middle is the circumstances around your birth. So we kind of get an idea of who the mother and father was, as well as the circumstances around the birth for this particular past life. So this one really delves into, you know, like what were the circumstances that that you arrived in for that particular life. This one here is about some, you know, key themes that are going on in the particular past life. So this first card asks about your childhood, your education, what your childhood was like, you know, depending on, you know, when this past life was. You may have gone to school, you may have not. You know, you may have had to work as a child. You may have had, you know, issues with, you know, the family going on as a child. Maybe not. Maybe you had a really happy childhood in that particular life. So this one will give us clues as to what's going on in that particular childhood. This one here is about relationships. So, you know, maybe, you know, you were married, or maybe you weren't. Maybe you were somebody who just had a lot of friends in that life. But any issues around relationships that comes up for that particular past life. And this is all things that might lead into what is affecting the present life and present issues. And then over here we have career. What was your career like? You know, maybe you were a farmer, maybe you were a monk, maybe you were a housewife, who knows? This one will give some clues as to, you know, maybe how happy you were, unhappy you were with what you were doing. This one here, this particular position here is about any other life events that we need to know about, any other issues that may have gone on with that particular life that maybe hasn't been covered here, but we really need to know about. And this one is about the circumstances around your death. So the death for that particular past life, you know, some people it's illness, they may have passed away peacefully. For others, you know, maybe they had a violent death, and maybe that's what's affecting you right now. And then this final card is key themes in this past life that are affecting the future, or affecting your present life, pardon me. So all of these combine to make a picture of what was going on in that particular life, and that can really help to inform you with how that may be affecting the present life. And of course, these two other cards here help to give a little more information about that. So again, if you want to do this spread for yourself, go ahead and do that. Let me know how it goes. And if you're interested in me doing a reading for you about past lives, then, you can obviously, like I said, click on the Etsy link below. October 1st is when it'll go down to $30. So if you want to wait till tomorrow, I'm filming this on the 30th of September. Go ahead and do that. But, let me know how it goes for you. Let me know how the reading goes. I'm curious to see, what you think of this. The second reading is a brand new reading that I have on my Etsy shop, which is the Rockstar reading. I'm using the Classic Rock Tarot, and I decided, I got this deck last month and I've really been enjoying working with it. It's definitely a unique deck because it's both a tarot deck and kind of an oracle deck in that it has rock stars on it, various classic rock people from everything from the 60s, 70s, 80s into the 90s. So it's a fun kind of collector's deck in some ways, but I found it's actually really useful for reading if you read it as both a tarot and an oracle deck at the same time. So what I've developed is this Rockstar spread, and this is a spread to kind of get you to think about how to embrace your inner rock star, so to speak. And by that I mean how to fully embrace yourself, to be authentic, to be not afraid to shine your light, and to really, be fully who you are and embrace yourself in all of your wonderful, wild weirdness. So this here shows this particular position. And again, if you want to do this reading with your own oracle deck, with your own tarot deck, of course, go ahead and do that. You can, adjust this however you like. Let me know if you want to do the spread, if you're doing the spread for yourself, how that goes, how you found this particular reading. So this one here, this particular position shows how you are already rocking it, how you are already showing up in your life, how you're already, really putting yourself out there. What are you already doing that you can give yourself a pat on the back for? The next card is a part of you that you're suppressing, a part of you that you are pushing down, that you are not showing, that you might need to show a little bit more of to other people. So this one is something where often, there's some part of ourselves that we're denying, or that, we just don't want to show others as much. But maybe this is the time to let it show a little bit more and to embrace it a little bit more. It may be a part of ourselves that we're not really accepting, or a part of ourselves we don't think will be acceptable to others. This particular position is how you can tone it down. So where maybe you are falling into, like where you're blocked, or maybe something that is, that there's a vice there, or there's an area where you're going over the top. This is kind of like, what vices do you need to kind of get under control? What do you maybe, need to go to spiritual rehab in some ways for? So this particular card here kind of shows what the challenges are, like what you may be going a little bit overboard in. And the next card is the next action you can take. The next action you can take to fully embrace your whole self. The next action you can take to really start to move forward creatively. And then finally, this card pulls it all together. This is sort of the final wrap-up card that says, how can I best let my light shine? What is the best way to show myself in a holistic way? What is the best way I can really shine, fully as myself, as a rock star? So this particular reading here, this is going to be on the Etsy shop. I'm going to start it at an introductory price of $20. It'll probably go up after that. But, if you want to, like I said, if you want to do the spread for yourself, go ahead. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think. And again, thank you for watching. And as always, peace, love, and rock and roll.